the Julia Monte channel. We're just meeting. I am Julia Monte, and I've been blogging about creativity and writing, right? So just how to, be more creative and use things like meditation or typically the things that tend to open up your mind, so that when you sit down to write and you have things like writer's block, that that you have less of that, I guess, that you actually can sit down and you have that creativity. And a lot of that, of like avoiding writer's block and being more creative, is really the prep time that you put into yourself before you start to write, right? So when you actually sit down to write, you've already kind of thought through some of what you want to write, some of the scenes, or where this one is just really crazy today. But you kind of thought through some of what you want to write, and maybe you have a little bank of things that are in your mind that you want to explore, right, with your writing. So whether it's a scene for a continuing novel, or it's an essay piece or a poem, or whatever it is, that you're thinking of writing, that you have done the sort of the pre-work, so that when you sit down, you're actually ready to start. And so some of the things that I've kind of been writing about is like meditation, and how is it that you can I thought, and I tried, it didn't really work. It's just kind of sit there and kind of focus on your breathing and calm your mind down, and then ideas and creative thoughts will just kind of jump into your mind. And it's not I'm gonna move a little bit and see if the wind is a little better, but to that will help to you have your mind open to ideas, so if you have a muse or all that can help you. And it wasn't really working, and I wasn't like, okay, that works. No, it doesn't really work that way. So when I was looking at meditation and stuff, it's like there's two different kind of divergent and convergent ideas, where if you are sort of open to just observing, like observing what's going on, and observing your mind, and observing the feelings that you're having, it's going to bring out more of that creativity. Where if you're actually focusing on something like the breath, or focusing on a flame or a flower or whatever, it's a different kind of meditation, and it actually helps with memory retention, and it helps with what was the other thing? It helps with just focusing, like if you have a problem, a pop problem or something, and you're thinking, okay, well, how do I solve this problem? I've written myself into this corner, what do I do? And then by doing that focus, by focusing, it's gonna be easier to solve that problem. So as you're meditating, you're focusing on the problem, and you're gonna get closer to a solution that way. And now, I don't think this happens by trying it once or twice and saying like, oh, it didn't work, so that's BS. No, I think that if you, over time, I think your brain starts getting used to it, and it's more of like a practice. So that's one thing. I think another thing is like what I'm doing now is going on a walk. Sometimes that opens up your mind and allows you to be more creative, or spending some time outside in nature. Like right now I'm at a little park with a lake and some birds, and there's children laughing, there's birds flying around, and it's more it's just being outside, breathing fresh air opens up kind of your thought process. And it's like, okay, well, if I'm thinking about my novel as I'm walking, or as if I'm sitting here relaxing, it's going to come to me a lot easier than if I'm sitting in front of my keyboard just saying, okay, what should I do next? And it's not, and you're forcing it at that point. So I think doing some of the pre-writing, the pre-thinking, the meditating, the taking walks, the spending time by yourself thinking, helps when you finally get down to start writing, where it's like, oh yeah, I remember that thought I had. It helps sometimes to carry a little notebook. I tend to not do that. Which maybe I should, but I don't. I tend to not do that because I'll remember. I'll go back and it's like, yeah, okay, that was a good idea I had when I was, walking back, watching that bird. Here you go. Isn't this the coolest thing? I'm going to try to walk in between them and see if I don't scare them and make them all fly away. feel if they'll accept me as one of them. Let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attach some of the blogs that add the blog links down there so that if you're interested, you can read them. I also just wrote a blog last night about just some books about creativity that I found that I liked. Just how to do activities for more to expand your creativity, and more on meditation if that interests you. So I'll put that link down there too, so you can take a look at the books, and maybe those will also help you to be more creative. Okay, and if these kind of videos are helpful to you, go ahead and hit the like button, and if not, leave me some comments on what you would like me to talk about. All right, see you next week. Okay, I'm actually going to continue to record because I found some turtles. Isn't this cool? Aren't they awesome? I guess they're studying themselves. Oh, one's getting scared. I'm making him nervous. Well, we'll watch it get into the water. Let's see. Aww. There's some other ones in the water. I don't know if that's visible, but you can see their little heads. They are so cute. All right. Just had to throw that in so you could see the turtles.